If gratitude feels impossible for you at times, this will help. But first, I need to find a spot where I'm going to stop and put down my phone so I can talk to you, because this place is so snowy, I don't even know where I'm going to be able to put my phone. I might just have to hold it, unfortunately, but let's go check. Uh-oh. Okay. It has literally turned into a winter wonderland overnight. But hey, my name is Darz. Welcome here, where we step into who we're meant to be with simple habits that are doable even on your hardest days. I think I found a spot right here. There's this awesome chair I'm setting up so that I can make the shot. Look at this beauty. Love it. So I was asked a question recently. Well, happy Thanksgiving, first of all. Thanksgiving already. Can you believe it? And this is what it looks like out here. Literally 2 days ago, we had 0 snow. And I was like, wow, this winter is mild. We're having no snow. What do you know? It's been like at least 2 feet of snow later in like 36 hours. Beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. But that's not what we're here for. Okay, so I was asked a question recently that made me stop and really think for a second. Well, more than a second, like maybe a few hours actually. I was thinking about it when I was putting supper together for the kids, as the kids were eating, and then I was cleaning up, and then as I was trying to play with the kids, I was kind of like really distracted because I was thinking about this question. And the question was, what does Thanksgiving mean to you? What does Thanksgiving mean to you? I really had to stop and think about it. I tried to journal many times and I just could not put it into words. I was like, what does it really mean? Probably most people would say it's a time to be thankful, to be grateful, right? To count your blessings, to give thanks for the things that you have. Obviously, here in the United States, I know it's Thanksgiving. The idea of Thanksgiving has kind of spread to different places now, but at least originally it was when the settlers came to the United States from, Europe, and there was a lot of problems and famine and whatever, and then the colonists got together with the Native Americans, and the Native Americans taught the colonists like how to grow corn and how to make food and all this stuff. So they had this big feast at the end of at the harvest season where they were able to actually fill everybody's bellies and really be thankful and grateful. And it's kind of evolved into what it is today, where we buy a lot of decorations and we get together with our families and we eat a lot of food and make a lot of pie. And there's like specific foods, obviously, that kind of are generally part of the Thanksgiving feast or the Thanksgiving meal. And, well, Thanksgiving is all of those things for me. It is definitely a time to sit down and be thankful and say a prayer and give thanks to God and give thanks to the people in our lives that have done things for us in our communities and our, on and on and on. You could list out a million things to be thankful for and grateful for and all these things. But I know that a lot of people also have trouble with practicing gratefulness sometimes. And personally, I think, and this goes to probably any holiday anyway, but Thanksgiving, since that's what we're talking about, it's not about the single day, right? Yes, it's great to have a specific day that you celebrate these things, or to actually say okay, this is a dedicated day for Thanksgiving, for giving thanks. Oh, I just keep looking up at the trees around me. It's just so gorgeous. Anyway, thankfulness, gratefulness, appreciation, giving thanks. These are all things that we could practice on any given day, right? We could practice when we wake up in the morning, when we're eating breakfast, when we're going to work, when we're driving, when we're walking, when you're eating, when you're anything you're doing, when you're going to bed, and on and on and on. There's always moments where you can build in thankfulness, gratefulness. I will share a couple of things for me that really help to practice gratitude, because I know that a lot of people talk about it and it's kind of like, well, what does that really mean? Or how do you really do it? And even like I have times where it's hard, where I'm really struggling and I can't get my mind into the space of even being able to practice gratefulness. And sometimes, even though you're trying to practice gratefulness or practice gratitude, you're not, even if you're going through the motions, you're not actually fully embodying it, which is really the point. So gratitude to me isn't about becoming a more positive person. Like a lot of people talk about practice positivity, all this stuff. Well, then you start having this, you're not embodying the gratefulness, the gratitude, the positivity. You're just like going through the motions of saying that you're trying to make things positive, or like you try to turn a negative situation into, oh, well, I'm going to practice positivity around this. Well, yeah, if you're not embodying it, you're not actually practicing it. It's not coming through the way that it's meant to. It's not going to affect you. It's not going to do anything for you, is what I'm trying to say. So it's not about positivity, right? The thing really for me that fully pulls me into that positive, gratitude, thankful mindset and embodiment of it as well is practicing being more present. So if you think of places where you actually feel positive, where you actually feel good and happy and light and excited, where are you? What situations are you in? What people are you around? What environment, like what does the situation look like? For me, the biggest and most like obvious change, something that always shifts me into presence and therefore the thankful gratitude mindset, is nature. Get yourself outside, ground your feet in the ground, breathe some fresh air, and observe nature. Becoming present is so much easier when you're in nature, and when you become present, you start to realize all of the things that there are to be grateful for. It's so much easier to practice it when you're not in the middle of like stress and hurry and trying to do this and that and the other thing, and you have a million different tasks that you need to complete by a certain time period. It's like, give yourself a time to sit outside. I mean, just look at, like, it is incredible to me how, like, the trees, the snow, the whiteness of the snow, the buildup of the snow, it's just amazing and beautiful and wonderful. Or like something that especially, and is probably more accessible to most people, maybe not snow, but maybe the lake or the ocean or a river or a body of water of any sort. Find something that makes you feel calm and at peace, and sit in that and allow yourself to be grounded. And that is my best advice on figuring out how to practice gratitude. Once you start practicing it more regularly and actually getting into it and like getting used to it, you can start to practice it more during your daily life. Like I used to really struggle with, like, I would do the positivity thing, but I couldn't, it never really felt like it did anything for me. I was like, oh, I still feel like all the time. But the more I've been able to ground myself and become present, like really notice things, smell things, you look at things, listen to what's happening around you, feel, like touch the bark of a tree, put your feet in the water, really tune in with your senses, become present. And that is amazing for grounding and therefore gratitude. I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments what your top things are. I know also like journaling, and there's so many other ways to do it, but for me, the most significant thing has been nature. Thanks for being here. Happy Thanksgiving. I will see you tomorrow. A few more days of this crazy challenge. Let's do it, man. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty.